All right, guys, we're going to give you a little bit of a disclaimer right here at the beginning. We had some issues with our recording equipment tonight at Clinton County. So all of our In the Pits video had no sound. So going to be a little bit of a different editing style on this. There's going to be a lot of voiceovers, a lot of still frames to try and help explain the course of the night as to what happened. So it's not just a bunch of video of the race car and not really any explanation as to how the night went. All right, so like you guys have heard me say before, these Speed Week shows aren't quite the pace of like a Lucas Oil or a War to Outlaw format style show, but they still get it through pretty quick. So there's not really a lot of time for conversation or discussions in the pits. So after hot laps, it was a pretty quick turnaround for us to go into time trials. Felt like the car wasn't too bad in hot laps. Maybe just a little bit free getting off the corner. So we didn't really do much for time trials, and racetrack blew off a lot more than we anticipated. So we were kind of way off for time trials, and we were late in our group. And I think probably, like you've heard me say before too, I'm not going to use it as an excuse. There was guys late in the group that went out and went quick time, and we're good. So it was just, a miss on us. We didn't read the racetrack right. We didn't have the right adjustments in. The racetrack slowed down a little more than we anticipated, and we didn't get tightened up enough to lay down a good lap. So with that being said, obviously we had some work to do for the heat race. With the Speed Week format, they lock in the top 3 out of each time trial group. So you pretty much need to win your heat race in order to put you in a good starting spot for the feature to even have a remotely good starting spot towards the front of the feature to give yourself the best chance. So we were going to be starting 5th in our heat race here. They only transferred the top 3. And we had some work to do. So we made some adjustments on the car, try to get it a little bit better and give ourselves a shot. All right, so like I said earlier, this is where some of the different editing styles going to come in. We didn't get any of the audio for this short video clip here, so like I said, it'll be a little bit different editing style here, kind of do what we can to make a video out of this. Joey and I are just talking here about how the heat race went. It did not go good, obviously. Start fifth, finish fifth, needed to get to the top three to transfer. The car we struggled getting down the straightaway. If I needed to slow down getting into the corner to steer in, it just got extremely tight. It had a very weird sensation, and I really couldn't figure out what was going on until like the last couple laps of the heat race. It felt like we had a brake hung up, and we come in, and sure enough, the right front brake caliper was hung up, and the crew could, my dad and Josh and the guys could barely turn the right front wheel. We were starting third in the B main, and they take I believe the top three out of the B main, so we didn't have a whole lot of time, and the car was fairly close, a couple of little tweaks, and we could be pretty good. So weren't really sure what to do, so we cracked the bleeders loose, and the pads relaxed, and it freed the caliper up, and the wheel would turn. I climbed in the car and pumped the brakes a couple of times, and everything seemed to work the way it was supposed to, and they were calling for our B main, so we didn't really have time to do much else. Throw a couple quick adjustments at the car, and based off of what we felt like we could do, like I said, the brake caliper being hung up kind of messed up my feedback and really what I could tell the guys what I needed out of the race car. So we just took a stab at it from when we've been up there before and kind of what we were seeing with the racetrack, and go give it the best shot we can here in the B main. If we can win it, that'll give us our best starting chance in the future and get a couple rows closer to the front. All right, so obviously much better there in the B main. Did what we wanted to do, go out and win that. Car was pretty good. Track is definitely extremely slick. Nothing like Clinton County up here for the Speed Week race last year. So we got some work to do. We got to get the car tightened up if we're going to have any shot at driving up through the field. Now, as you can see here in this short little video clip, we're working on the right front brake caliper again. Right at the end of that heat, or that B main, I could feel it starting to hang up again, and this is kind of frustrating. It's part of the game. There's nothing you can do about it. But these were brand new brake calipers we just put on. They got maybe just a handful of races on them, if anything. So frustrating to say the least. Luckily, a good friend Ross Robinson was up there at Clinton County at the Speed Week race, and with Ross being a touring guy, he pretty much has whole spare car and parts in his trailer. So I was able to get a brake caliper from him and get it changed out before the feature, get the brakes bled up, and make a couple quick adjustments. Start 19th and see what we can do, see what we can drive up through here and give ourselves the best finish we can to get Speed Week started off with the best points we can after a pretty dismal start to the night. well, that's the conclusion of the Clinton County video. Not only was it a dismal night for the races for us, it was also a dismal night for recording equipment. We didn't get any pit audio. GoPro died during the feature, so we couldn't even show you all that. But hey, what do you do? It's part of it. We tried to do the best we can to make a video out of it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. But yeah, so not a terrible night at Clinton County. We were able to go forward. Needed a little more racetrack. Needed to be a little bit better with the race car. But what do? We did the best we could with what we had. Definitely learned some stuff, and we'll move on to Port Royal. And next night is Speed Week tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell us what you want to see. Obviously, we apologize about the audio issues, but we'll get that fixed for the next one. Thanks, guys.